Good evening, everyone. I am Praween Karmakar, artist from Ranchi, Jharkhand, India. First, I'd like to thank Hina Bhatt who gave me the opportunity being an brand ambassador of Hina Bhatt Art Ventures art event, Mesmerising Landscape. It is a wonderful event and I'm very lucky and I'm very honored that I am one of the part of this event, because there are so many masters out there. It is a landscape, as you know the name of it's a mesmerizing landscape. Landscape is a subject for most of the artists like to paint landscape, and there are so many beautiful landscape painter is available in India and outside of India. But I always like to paint figurative landscape. Mostly, if you see my paintings, that I always concentrate on a figure and then I use the landscape. Mostly there are so many very capable artists out there who paint only landscapes, trees, hearts, sky, and the nature. But I attract to the figures always. So in my painting, you can see that I maximum try to paint where the figure is the key point in my painting, and I use the landscape as an environment of that figure. I live in Ranchi. Ranchi is one of the beautiful place which is nature surrounded. It's a forest. Here is forest, waterfalls, and a very beautiful nature over here. So it is always attract me, definitely attract me. And I mostly used to paint landscape in watercolor, not in other medium. Yes, I paint, but not too much. Mostly I paint in a watercolor. Landscape for me, it is just like a portrait. I feel the landscape is just like a portrait. When I sketch the landscape, the big landscape in a small paper, then I feel it's a paint like a portrait, and I try to catch the time and the season, in what time, what season I paint the landscape. And there are so many techniques I use for painting landscape. There is sometimes I use random strokes, sometimes I use wet to wet, and it depends for me what kind of technique needed on that particular painting. Not always keep myself in a one technique. तो जैसा कि ये landscape is very important. If you going to paint, few things are very important for everyone. That is that tree and the environment and the buildings. And if you have a control on that environment and the trees and buildings, then you easily make a good composition in your landscape painting. Yes, definitely you should go for plein air always. अगर आप plein air में जाते हो और प्लेनियर में पेंटिंग्स करते हैं तो लैंडस्केप आपके आपके लैंडस्केप में बहुत ही सटीक वेरिएशन आएगा एंड वो आपको एक बेहतरीन आर्टिस्ट के रूप में वो आपको प्रोड्यूस करेगा। सो मेरे ख्याल से प्लेनियर में पेंटिंग करना बहुत ज़रूरी है। मैं जहाँ भी गया हूँ, whenever I visit in India, outside of India, I always try to paint plein air painting in Italy, Nepal, Bangladesh, wherever. And मुझे हमेशा से ये महसूस हुआ मेरी पेंटिंग के दौरान, जैसा कि मैंने पहले ही बताया कि आई जस्ट लव टू पेंट फिगरेटिव बिकॉज मेरी पेंटिंग की मुख्यतः सब्जेक्ट वही है। मैं एक्रेलिक में भी काम करता हूँ तो फिगरेटिव करना पसंद करता हूँ। तो जब मुझे लैंडस्केप पेंटिंग की ओर झुकाव हुआ तो मैंने वही किया कि क्यों ना मेरे फिगरेटिव जो मेरी मेन स्ट्रेंथ है, क्यों ना उस फिगरेटिव पार्ट को एक मेन फोकस रख के और लैंडस्केप को किया जाए। जनरली ऐसे बहुत सारे आर्टिस्ट हैं, बहुत केपेबल आर्टिस्ट हैं जो लैंडस्केप को बेहतरीन तरीके से करते भी हैं विदाउट एनी ह्यूमन फिगर और समथिंग एल्स। लेकिन मुझे लगा कि मैं अगर ह्यूमन फिगर को की फैक्टर मान के अगर लैंडस्केप को करूं तो मेरे ख्याल से मेरा काम मुझे ज़्यादा सेटिस्फैक्शन मिलता रहा है जब मैं फिगर को लेके काम करता हूं। मैं वापस यही कहना चाहूँगा कि मुझे बहुत बहुत आप लोगों का धन्यवाद, खास करके हिना भट्ट आर्ट वेंचर का जिन्होंने मुझे ये मौका दिया और मैं अपने कुछ पेंटिंग्स की शोकेस मेरी आपको दिखाई जाएंगी एंड देयर विल बी few demo videos also. So ये अच्छा मौका है सभी के लिए, सभी आर्टिस्टों के लिए। एंड ये जो सिचुएशन अभी है, पेंडेमिक की सिचुएशन है, ऐसे टाइम पे ऑनलाइन वर्चुअली प्रोग्राम करना, वो भी इतने इनोवेटिव तरीके से, तो कहीं ना कहीं मैं समझता हूँ कि हिना भट्ट जी बधाई के पात्र हैं और मेरे तरफ से बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं उनको। धन्यवाद।
Whenever I paint landscape, I always half close my eyes. In that case, I able to see minimum, and it will be help me to paint minimum. So I believe that when you paint minimum, and there will be a curiosity always happen, or always a curiosity is there for the viewers that that actually the beauty of watercolor, that you should not tell everything in your paper. You have to keep something for the viewers who can imagine something else, whatever you imagine, and they imagine something else. That is the beauty of watercolor. When you paint everything, every details, that means you are going to the illustration. So there is a thin margin line between illustration and painting, that you have to paint minimum. Okay. So this is my first step of making colors and everywhere, and I will wait for a little while, then I will again decide to highlight the main things. So I will try to minimize my paintings. Minimum work I will try to do that, and this is very important because I don't want to tell each and every story whatever happening in this paper. I want to just keep myself in a little contemporary. Okay. I'm not a landscape artist. Yes, definitely I paint landscape, but most of the painting you can see in my paintings that figure is the important key point of my landscape painting. I don't like to paint only the landscape and trees and huts and sky and that. I always attract with the human figures, and in my paintings you can see that I always use a key point of human figure, concentrate maximum on the human figure. The rest of the part is secondary for me, because this is an mesmerizing landscape event. So definitely I like to paint, or I have to paint landscape. But again, I here also you can see that I concentrate on the figure too. Uh, but actually figures attract me a lot, so that's why I always used to paint figurative paintings. Okay, so this is the painting.